20? Organo, sì. 20? Organo, sì, un po'. Organo juniore. Adesso andiamo.
Hello, this is our new speaker, the Pallas. It's a four-way semi-active horn speaker. It's 102 dB efficiency. It's semi-active because the bass section with its 8 woofers per side is loaded by a folded open baffle. Its frame is 1-inch aluminum, and it's driven by 16 amplifiers total, 1 amplifier per woofer, and the amplifiers are driven by our passive analog filters. The front of the speaker is solid wood. The mid bass is actually loaded with a fill coil, 8-inch driver with a 3D printed face plug. The mid range is a 360 degrees modified Tratrix, which is loaded by a 555 replica. We call it 667. And the tweeter is a long throw Tratrix horn loaded by a true dipole tweeter with the inverted horn on the back for back wave absorption. The rest of the three ways are filtered by constant group delays filter stored in an external crossover, and all the parameters are adjusted on the fly with an application which switches filters with relays and a Bluetooth module.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See my baby there. She was stretched out on a long white table, so cold, so pretty, so fair. Let her go, let her go, God bless her. Wherever she may.
So those speakers are our new range of speakers. We call them OB for open baffle speakers. They are open baffle speakers. Our main driver is duopole, and this driver from the first day is in itself a dipole driver. So it makes sense for us to use it in a dipole open baffle loudspeaker. So the driver, the main driver, is playing in this range, in those speakers, from 400 Hertz to 10 kilohertz. So it's a rather a wide, it's not a full range, it's a wide band driver. It's always a very efficient one, depending how we manufacture. It's between 100 and 105 dB per watt. So it's really efficient. Of course, the low drivers are not so efficient, so we have a crossover. It's in this range, it's fully passive crossover yet. And the crossover displays frequency to each driver. So we also have a tweeter that is rather super tweeter, and we have woofers who are not really subwoofers, they are real woofers. Because with open baffle system, we cannot fully achieve the last octave in the low, or drivers would be 3 meters wide. And there is no market for such a product. So this range has 3 models. The tall one we call OB Max, so it's really simple. This one is OB Mid, and the small one, the smallest one, is OB Mini. So for us, this new range is the most affordable range we have, because we started with the top level. Later, we developed 6 years ago the Evo line that is now no more our less expensive line, and yet now we have the entry level that is the OB line. So it's, I say, more affordable. It's still expensive while it's high-end hi-fi, so it's not for everyone, but compared to what we have and what we had only in the past, it's more affordable.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Like glass,
Tabak?
our bodies are hurting like hell. They promise to never leave us alone. What happens?
Hello everybody, my name is Armin Kraus. I'm working for AvantGarde Acoustic, horn speaker manufacturer from Germany. I'm with the company for almost 25 years now, and I usually work in the customer support office. And today I'd like to present to you what we have here in Munich on demonstration. It's our Trio G3 model. It's a horn speaker. The name Trio says it, with 3 horns, a tweeter horn, mid-range horn, and low mid-range horn. That comes at an efficiency as a passive speaker of 109 decibels with one single point. So almost world record efficiency. It can be operated as a passive speaker. So here we have built into this technical tower both versions, or as an active speaker. The demonstration today, as you can see, the cables go into the active module, is done by the active mode. And here we still show what the speaker would look like if you order it in passive mode. We also put a lot of effort in the passive crossover, so you can see we are using proprietary capacitors. We call them the nature caps. Some of the best you can find on the planet, and they are made exclusively for us. And this special version, we have here relay banks that even allow dealers. Mainly this is a dealer model, that's why it has both options shown, that your dealer can switch between passive and active mode back and forth. An interesting thing about the active mode, we are called AvantGarde Acoustic, and avant-garde means ahead. So with this technology, we also try to be ahead, because this is not your usual normal amplifier that you connect to those 3 horns. It's a current amplifier. Most amplifiers, 99.9% of amplifiers on the market, are voltage amplifiers because of practical reasons. If you look at the physics of driving a voice coil in a magnetic field, it's not voltage driving the voice coil, it's current driving the voice coil. So what we do here is we directly control the current that goes through the voice coil. And the amazing thing is, if you have this perfect control over the voice coil, a 3-watt amplifier, 3 watts for this one, 3 watts for this one, 3 watts for this one, is enough to play concert levels.
Hello, my name is Rob from the company CESSARO, and what you will see today and what we present here in the room is the CESSARO Zeta 3, which is a large horn system and where very little power is required to drive the system. And the reason we're doing this way is you will imagine that it's a real live imagination. You feel the musician stays in a room and you have a feeling of pure emotion, depends on the record you put on. What you see, I turned a little bit, what you see here is a 5-way system. So we have the golden piece as the super tweeter, we have a tweeter horn, we have a mid-range horn, and we have the mid-bass, and we have a sub-bass. This sub-bass is an entrance solution. We have a large solution with big front-loaded horns, but I can't bring this to the show. It's too big. It's too much work for here. But we sell it as it is this way. So it means this goes from 60 hertz to 25k to 25,000 and 25k. So which means the super tweeter, this is in action load. This goes roughly from 60 to 300, 300 to 1200, 1200 to 9k, and then it's the super tweeter. This is roughly the ranges they're playing. We're doing this all with first order crossover and with very dedicated horns, because even this horn weighs 100 kilo. It's double layer glass fiber construction with a polymer 2K polymer filling, which is not a normal race. This is just very heavy, but at the same time it has a damping effect. It's not hard, right? That's why you can pop in and it's that quiet. But the downside is incredible work to build this. And it's the same construction of the small one. And this one here is made from Korean material. And but in combination with PMMA and plywood. So it's just the inside and outside and a lot of ribs, like you build a ship, an old ship with all these ribs of plywood and things like that. So, and below this we have active, this is all fully passive, and this one is active driven subsystem, which we have both sides, and there's an end, they are driving those. Right, but again, I can show later on the pictures. We have this like huge front-loaded horn for the sub bass as well, but this is not for everybody because this is incredibly huge. The point is, if you want to do horn technology right, it can't be small, so it has to get some space. So that's not acceptable for everybody, which we understand. That's why we did this with the 60 hertz crossover, which is fine and it works. It can be a tiny bit better, but with an extreme effect in cost, price, and size. This is we have to accept because I can't break physics. So that's what it is. There's people that can do it in this field, but I can't. Sorry.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Smoldering ashes, bitter tears. Smoldering ashes, bitter tears. true, there were times we laughed so hard we fell. And our innocence we never betrayed. We knew how it felt to be free. We've forgotten how to live. And now our selfishness wins. I recall all our broken dreams.
Hello, Jean-François. Thank you for coming at the booth of Davis Acoustic. I am glad to show you the product that we are exhibiting here in Munich at the show. First of all, you have our model, The Wall. It's a 2 years old model that we have already shown in Munich. This is a big and flat speaker with four drivers, one tweeter, one mid-range which is nearly full range, and inside the box you also have a push-pull configuration. So you have two drivers, two bass drivers in front of each other working in opposition of phases. So this is a three-way model that we are connected to the Jadis tube amplifier. So this is the big system. And then this year we are also showing our brand new model, which will be marketed in certainly in June or July. The name is the Pledge. It's a really new model, and it's nearly the same design with two color speakers, and it's a more conventional three-way speaker with a woofer, the famous 5-inch mid-range of Davis in Kevlar, with a Kevlar cone, and this is also the cone tweeter that we use for our high-end models. So this model will be available in two colors. You have here the dark walnut, and then it's the light oak version, as you can see here. So the price for this model will be 5,000 euros, something like that, for the pair in retail. And so we are glad to be present in Munich for the last show. Next year we should be in Vienna. So, and we will demonstrate certainly very big speakers, two-way speakers with 100 dB, because we want to show the know-how of Davis Acoustic. It will be a model to celebrate our 40 years of existence. Thank you, Jean-François.
Thank you, Olivier.
Dyrare än printerbläck.
Good morning, guys. I have an introduction session of this system over here. So this is our second flagship named the Super Phoenix, and it's got 10 units on each side. It's all field coil system, and so here these three units are our subwoofer. They're in charge of 20 to 100 hertz, and these two, our mid-bass horn, they're in charge of 100 to 500, and this mid-range is in charge of 500 to 2000 hertz. These two are our tweeter in charge of 2000 to 8000 hertz, and these two are the super tweeters in charge of 8000 up to 52,000 hertz. So they are all in a symmetrical display, so that the image will be always in the middle, about 1.2 meters high. And here is all the electronics. With we have updated the outlook this year to carbon fiber. These three are the CD these three altogether are our city transport with a media player here. And this is our preamplifier, and this is our digital analog converter. This line are all the separate power supply for this line. And here we have two active analog crossover. There are 5 ways, so they cut the frequencies first and then feed to the amplifiers. We have 8 amplifiers here for all the different horn speaker units. And for the subwoofer, they have the 500 watts amplifiers inside the cabinet. So this system in total is 1 million euros. And the mid-range tweeter, super tweeter all use beryllium diaphragms. They are using foil beryllium diaphragm from Tristat of the US. And the base units, including the subwoofers, are using our special technology. It's titanium sandwich diaphragm, which we have assembled here. It's a very unique structure. The outer layer and the inner layer are made of titanium alloy, while in the middle it's the cone, like hexagon shape, honeycomb shape structure, which provide very good stiffness. As thin as this diaphragm, I can put it on the ground and put my whole weight on it. You can see I stand on 1 foot and it does not deform. So this creates ultra low distortion while moving at a very large excursion. We can achieve 0.5% of total harmonic distortion at 20 Hertz, while for the mid-range up, they can provide 0.1% total harmonic distortion at 1000 Hertz. So this whole system all provide very low distortion. That's our pursuit, to provide the purest sound as possible. So, now we will do some examples of let's do some classical music. Thank you.
Darf ich das als Video bitte haben? Relativ linkslastig. Das ist Kritik.
Hello, this is Marcel from Genelec, and we are here at our booth, and we'll present you the 8380. This is a main one speaker, as we call it. So this is a point source speaker. So you can see we have a symmetrical design of all drivers, and you will get all the benefits of point source speakers. So you have a really wide sweet spot. You don't get coloration when you are moving. You have very good directivity control for frequencies. So you don't get colored reflections, which usually also can be a problem if you are off axis. And actually the speaker offers 5 ways. So we start with a coaxial element in the middle. We have a compression tweeter here, which plays from 1.8 kilohertz up to 35 kilohertz, enough for most of us. Then we have a mid-range driver for the upper mids. This one plays down to 500 hertz. And then we have 4 dome drivers, and they are somehow doing the lower mids. And they play down from 500 hertz 2, and now it depends on our crossover, 150 or 250 hertz. So we can have the crossovers in a flexible way, so our software will adjust that just according to the requirements of the room acoustics. The next way is a huge 15-inch woofer in a closed cabinet to give you, the punch and all of the precision, from a closed cabinet. And then we have 2 woofers actually on the sides for the real low end. So usually below 100 or even lower. And this is the second flexible crossover we can set between these drivers. And all of our speakers that we have that are so-called smart speakers offer the ability to make use of internal DSPs for room adaptation. So we have a system with a microphone, the speakers will play back a sweep, and then we will adjust the filters to just compensate for problems with the room acoustics. And these settings can then be stored and can just be used in the speakers. And with this design you have a high flexibility because you can place it freely, and it also offers now, I think, a nice new look. Otherwise our speakers are only black and white. Now we have this piano shiny glossy look here, and it will of course deliver excellent results in home environments as well. Although I can tell you, we of course come from a professional market, and for more than 40 years we are completely focusing on professional market. Check it out.
Thank you.
Elemente einzeln durchsweepen und dann ermittelt der Algorithmus, wo zum Beispiel sinnvoll ist. Das heißt, es gibt Räume, da haben wir zum Beispiel 250, andere Räume mit über 150.
Können wir die jetzt erst
Nee, alles gut. Ich habe etwas so. Ich bin nur für so.
This is my flagship model, the Lorenzo Labs LM1. This is the 4 ways speakers with woofer of 16 inches, mid-range of 11 inches, compression driver of 1 inch, and super tweeter. All the cabinet is manufactured with phenolic plywood, and the capacitors inside are dual peanut coopers, and as audio resistors is the best, and the sound is very good, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, it's very good, yeah.
Okay. Spanish product from Genelec, Andalusia. We are very happy in room this year in Munich. The first year upstairs, in the room upstairs, and the synergy with the electronic is very good, with Epsilon electronic, hybrid amplification with 200 watts, Tyco streamer, Tyco Olympus, the amplifier DAC, and the wonderful turntable of SAT, and the phonopreamp of VH Precision. The buffer around until 200 Hz. The Supravox mid-range works until 150 Hz. The horn round to 10,000 Hz, and super tweeter to the end.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jonathan from Oaudio, and we're here in Munich this year with our biggest speakers in the lineup. That's a two-way reconstruction, 15-inch. It's a high sensitivity thing that never dips with low 10 ohms, 94 dB, and it packs a punch. Here, this year we're running together with fellow Norwegian company, Electro Company. And they are bringing their EC800 monoblocks that we're running our setup with this year, and we're also bringing this year our VARG. The VARG is not released yet, so this is our pre-showing. The VARG is a slot open back bass system, which is a 4x15-inch subsystem. And it's controlled by analog crossover blocks. So you have 1, 2, 4, 6, depending how crazy you are. And it's not about the bass, it's about the build and the foundation, because the speakers themselves, the Vedanda, which has a 15-inch driver, does plenty of bass by itself, but it has a ported enclosure, which is now sealed for this occasion because it would be too much energy. But then we have the sub bass systems to fill it out, and it is horn. Many people have a lot strong opinions about horns. Some love horns, some don't like horns. In our take on horns, we have actually written on the webpage that we do horn speakers, but we hate horn sound. So it's the shoutiness we have created, the shoutiness, or removed. We removed it. So what we have here is a first order crossover on a two-way reconstruction. That's in our world the way to get connected emotionally with the music and without too much coloration of cabinets, gear, and anything else. And we're very happy for the feedback that's got here, and also looking forward to come to France, to the audio show in France when we can, bring our speakers, and let's see you guys in France. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So hello everyone, my name is Jackie D. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Revival Audio. We are a young company, almost 3 years, and this is our latest product, Atlantis 7 Evo. The name Evo in the last is because it's an upgraded driver from our already very good Atlantis series drivers. This Evo tweeter has a neodymium mechanism and all aluminum construction inside. And the same as mid-range as well, also upgraded Evo mid-range. It features also a double suspension construction inside to make sure the sound wave can go even better spread out. And this, not to mention, is a 15-inch basalt BSC, basalt sandwich construction woofer. We are the first one in the high end to use the basalt material, which has a very high rigidity and very good young module than similar materials in this form. And this sandwich construction provides a very good speed, no matter it's inner or it's outer, have the same speed, so it provides a very precise when it comes to the bass and the mid bass performance. And this is our new technology. We call it AeroVex. So it's an airflow technology. We use a lot of simulation to let the air goes out in a smooth way, so it don't produce any port noises. And this is made of aluminum, the flange. So it's extremely solid. So this helps to stabilize the air as well. And overall, this is a big size bookshelf. Okay, so itself, it's a 67 kilo, including the stand. And yeah, it's heavy, but it's really, really good. It's another level of speaker. We just launched it like 1.5 months ago. We already won an award from the famous German magazine as well. So we are having much more overwhelming positive feedback about the speaker. So I'm looking forward to having you listen to our speakers. Thank you.
Thank you.